Thank you so much for staying tuned. Moving straight now to Akwa Ibom State. Yeah, where the governor said, look, guys, it's high time we switched. And if I'm switching to other political party, if you're my cabinet, if you don't follow suit, either you resign or I sack you. Yeah, that is a word. Choose one, because I cannot be in A, you'll be dragging me back to P. And that is the issue right now. I like to move straight down to Lagos, where Elvis Brown is. I wanted to start reacting to this. Now, what do you feel about the stand of Governor UMO ENO about, telling his cabinet to... Okay, fine. Let's move straight down to Onwa, where Fred is standing by. What do you feel about that order? Come on, why the Muslim? Why the threats?
I hope I'm audible, please.
Yes, you are audible. Continue.
Okay, thank you so much. Like I said earlier, nobody actually want to be comfortable where there is crisis. The governor, in his own magnanimity, is trying to tell the people, look, our party is in crisis, and in crisis, you cannot achieve anything. And if you want to remain in crisis, I will not tolerate that. He's trying to help the people. The governor is trying to help his cabinet. It's not authoritative. It's an advice in disguise, because you have to be in a place that is well coordinated, where things are working. Today, I can authoritatively tell you that PDP is in crisis, and the crisis gets deepened by the day. Atiku cannot coordinate as a leader. Nobody called all of them. You can see all of them are either moving from pillar to post. So a sensible, responsible governor who wants to succeed would actually have this decision. And that's the decision our honorable governor has taken. And he's telling his cabinet, either you stay here or you go with me. And it's very important, because you cannot be in PDP and continue to be in my government, PDP that is in crisis. So if you ask me, like you have already asked, the governor is in the right direction. He wants progress. And for you to be making progress, you must belong to the progressives. And they have seen Tinubu as a progressive. And that's why they have to queue behind him. Like I always say, you have to go to where things are good. And things are good in the APC, the party. That's why they have to come there. Anybody who has not come to the place, it means that, and you are still in PDP that is in crisis. A party in crisis or a union in crisis has a problem. And PDP has this problem. Nobody can stay there and really thrive. So that's why the situation has come this way. So we must applaud the governor for taking the right decision, and the party APC, they are welcoming him in advance. So these are the situation.
I will come back to you. Well, let me come to Okoro Osaho Obari, able to establish contact with Elvis Brown. What do you feel about it? Do you feel that this part being muzzled?
Thank you so much, my brother. I think, first of all, I want to throw a swipe at the governor himself.
The governor himself?
Yeah. I think we can use the word, somebody that's a talkative is not offensive. It's a talkative, because I remember I follow him well, and I remember one time when he said, if he wins, he's going to make a millionaire in every local government.
Yes.
That is one. I also remembered when he said, if any of his appointees leave the party before him, that appointee will be sacked. He also said that same thing. Then this one is saying it again. So, though this one is right of what he has said, but because he's a talkative, I don't no longer take him serious. Because as a governor, your words are law. It's not what you just, if you are good, you don't need to tell somebody to follow you. You don't need to force somebody to follow you. If you are good, if Wusi is good, Wusi don't need to tell Obarayi to say he's leaving to Sokoto tomorrow, follow me, no. If you are good, just a knock at my door and the flash, I follow. So for you to say, if you don't want to follow me, it goes to show you don't hold grip of your entire system. Are you getting it now? So it goes to show that it's high time we start letting people live the way they want to be. You are the owner. Nobody's arguing at this particular fact. And if I was in that government, I don't want to follow me, I will resign. I was in that government, me as Osahon, for today I'm speaking as Osahon. If I was in that government and I don't like his way, I will resign. If I'm in that government and I like his way, I will follow him to the camp. Are you getting it now? So it goes to show that Nigeria still, we are learning politics. And it's taking too long to learn.
All right, you just hold on.
We no longer have character.
Okay, you just hold on. We want to go for a break. When we return, we'll continue with this discussion. Do not go away.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. We're taking a look at, yes, the comments credited to Eno, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, warning his member of cabinet to follow him, abandon ship of the PDP to jump into the ship of the APC. But don't do it. Either you resign or he will fire you. That's what we're discussing. This particular discussion. Well, Okoro-san, I want to anchor the point we're making before we went on that break. Please continue.
Yeah, thank you so much. Just as I was saying, I said the governor has turned himself to a laughing stock. He keeps just talking. Issues like this is not what to make paper headline. You are leaving a party to the others. Others have left since. We didn't hear this type of news. If you don't go, you go. And it was in tandem. So why will yours now be, if you don't go, you go? Are you getting it now? If really you were doing well, if really the promise you made during your electoral promises that you are going to make millionaires in each local government, there is a way you want to do it. I'm not sure you repeat this. If truly you were a good governor, I'm not sure your subordinate will leave when you are still seated in a party. If truly you are a good governor, you won't tell your people that if I want to leave, you must follow me. It's not a must thing. Are you getting it now? Whosoever loves you will follow. Who doesn't love you will not follow you. Not to talk of the system where integrity is no longer in place, where everybody now what they want is what will fill the stomach. I'm not sure anybody will even want to resign. They will all follow you naturally because they want to feed, they want to eat. So you saying it goes to show that what they feel inside is even worse off. That your yellowish nature is a deceit, that you are a decent and a humble, calm person. So it's high time our people start living life of integrity. I'm not sure if everybody here has mentioned, leave him alone, to say go, he will know the disgrace about it. Because truly as a politician, there are ways you should talk to people. Politics is about the people, not the individual. That is why you see, most times you see a billionaire coming back to meet with his people. Even with or without, just to make sure, because without them you are not. On that election day, even if you are President Bola Tinubu, we not sit in Aso Rock on the election in 2027 to say, don't worry, it is done. He will go to his state first. From his state, he will move to his local government. From his local government, he will move to his center. From his center to his unit. He has a unit leader. His unit leader might not be a multi-billionaire. But on that day, the president will be under him. He will take details to say, President, I'm coming. This woman has not voted. This mobilizer is not here. This one is not here. To do it. Because that it starts from there. So if you are from there, you should know that it comes from grassroots.
That's true.
So if you will you start shouting to say, if you don't follow me, I will sack you, I will sack you. It's like you, we see, just going to the house, I'll tell my boy to say, if you don't come in that day, I will beat you. If you don't come in that day, I will beat you. Why will you used to say that? A father don't need to shout at a father. When the father comes to the house will take shape. Just when you hear the mother will say, if your papa comes today, I will tell her. All the child, whatever he has been doing will take shape. So when a lazy man will tell you, me and my wife now today, we not go rest on this house today. You know that my son will not be here. I get it now. Oh, my own I get it. He's already taking the blame and taking the insult. So as a governor, you don't even need. That is a shameful talk. Okay. To say, if you don't follow me, I will sack you. Okay. I get it now. Thank you. If you sack them, you'll be happy. Will you be happy?
All right, I'll go back to you, Okoro-san. But some are saying that it's because he needs to let them know that he means business. He doesn't care who the party members are, who their loyalty is to, but they should be loyal to him and the new party he wants to jump ship to. Somewhere you get, so you are laughing. So what do you have
You
to
know
say
why
about
I'm
this?
laughing? First and foremost, you know my stance of decamping and
Yeah.
defection. I'm somebody that is absolute against decamping and defection. Though it has become a norm and a normal situation in Nigerian politics, you know, due to the different issues, to just like what my brother said, where there's crisis, definitely nobody's comfortable with crisis. Where there's no unity, there's no progress. So I believe most of these people decamping have their main reason being set aside to them already, knowing that this place, there's no progress there. There's no unity. And they wish to go to somewhere else. But what I have with the governor, you know, I'm sorry. As my brother have just said, I think just have to add a little to it. It's absolute nonsensical. It's absolutely uncalled for. We saw a situation where the full escorts of PDP, the party escort, commissioners, governor, House of Rep, House of Assembly, decamping.
Even councillor and chairman of local government.
Everybody decamping without, we didn't even knew when this was negotiated. It has already come to play. They were already on the podium before we were not told by the stakeholders that consultations have taken place with the councillor, with the House of Rep, with everybody before they make this decision. This is something you do quietly with your people. It's not something you got to threaten one or the other over it, because it now makes you look like a dictator. And in a situation that makes you look like a dictator, you are anti-democratic system. So, though we know automatically when he pronounced tomorrow I'm going there, we know most of the cabinet are going with him. Even in the Delta, there were some cabinet members that didn't even go to. I remember that was on Arise television that said, he's not in support, he wants to remain in PDP, he has resigned himself from the cabinet. Good. If that is your wish, you don't want to go, step aside.
All right.
But not something to come to a situation, start threatening.
All right.
These are commissioners that you have worked with trust, you have worked with unity with, and you have understanding with them. Coming to threaten them is, I think,
Okay.
we call it a wrong shot.
A wrong shot.
Yeah.
Let's get to hear from Elvis Brown. Elvis Brown, what do you feel about this? I mean, is the governor right by threatening his commissioners with sack?
Thank you, Wilson. I think that we have seen this. In our last discussion when it happened in Delta, I told you that all our states in the South want to follow suit. In the South and the Southeast, actually, want to follow suit because they want to also give that impression, especially where there are rewards for such activity. Other governors also want to also have the same benefits that Delta State had, if they were, and I think allegedly they were. So you expect other governors to want to do the same so that they can get the same benefits. And so our collective patrimony now is not being used to, turn the nation into a one-party state, which I think is very, very bad for democracy. But however you want to look at it, the governor is not going to succeed in turning everybody in his government to the APC. We already started seeing infightings. Some persons are already started saying they are going to resign and they're not going to go with him. But what they should know is that even the president has PDP in his ward. As a matter of fact, he has PDP in his unit. And nobody is forcing anybody to become APC in that region. But the point we are seeing, the issue we are seeing in this our area is that everybody is fighting for survival. Everybody is going into this because of 2027 and because of personal gains, personal benefit. They will tell you want to attract federal development to their state. That's the argument. They want to play with the center, the government at the center. That's the argument. But however you want to look at it, it is selfish. If you are doing anything, people elected you on a platform, and you are now shifting from that platform to another without consulting with the same people that elected you, you are splitting on their basis. And in 2027, these people will in turn split on your face too. All right. Like I said before, the election is going to be the people versus the elites.
Thank
what we're
you.
already seeing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now let's get to hear from Fred. You'll be the last one to comment on this particular discussion because of time constraints. Fred, what do you have to say about this? Because after all, we have Soludo that is in Abga. Nobody forced him to leave Abga. He's still in Abga, but they say they've adopted Tinubu. All right, he never left. To have a wicked that is in PDP. He's still in PDP and still working. Why would you say you want to decamp? Is it a form of loyalty or what?
Well, I want to say categorically clear that, everybody, you have a liberty to make a decision for yourself. The governor we're talking about, Governor Eno, I think he has a right to an entitlement to his decision. And as a matter of fact, I thank God that my colleagues in the studio, one of them said, some persons resisted previously and otherwise. It's not casted on stone. If what he has said is not okay by the people, and actually they have the love of their party, the love and loyalty of their party, I would advise them to remain and let the governor move to whichever party he wants to move to. That's how to test loyalty. So let's see if that loyalty, when it's time to test it, if it is stand. This is my advice to the party who are willing to remain or decamp. That is my advice for them.
So we have gone beyond this, but we've expended our time. We've expended the time for this discussion. Well, it's going to be a continuum we're watching. It was still the same governor that threatened his cabinet members that whenever he's in an event, they tend to leave before him. Whoever does it, he's going to sack that person. And right now he's saying, what is going on in Akwa Ibom State? I don't understand. I don't really understand, but let's see how all this will pan out. Well, gentlemen, I really appreciate both of you in the studio, and of course, I appreciate both of you that joined us virtually. I really appreciate all of you. Well, we'll do it again next time, God willing. Bye for now.